Check 1, 2. Deep Ellum On Air.
Right, you're on mute.
Deep Ellum On Air.
It's time to really get our party on now.
Sound cool, right? Cool, right? Cool, right? Cool, right? Make you wanna spark a blunt up on the moonlight. Yeah. Depend on what you move like. Talk about whatever. All we need is 2 mics, but I'ma give it to you real dog. Couple weirdos, put the flavor in your ear hole. Now these windows wide open, let the wind blow. Gotta feel the breeze, all these opportunities been thrown like gold that I can't enthrone. I just wanna do my thing, everything from close, get it by any means. If it means get on, then I'm riding for the team, dive high, fly low. This is just a naughty yo daydream. 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 Yeah.
But I know you got our songs on your playlist, so when you hear this, play it daily. We done came kinda far, huh, gravy? Ain't nobody fucking with this pen that I'm pimping. When it come to writing, I don't see no limits. When it come to fighting, I don't see restrictions. When it come to family, I don't see no quitting, damn. But I guess that's what we here for. We a team, right? But I guess you don't remember. We all lost sight and the plan got hindered. When pigs fly plus sign our symbol. Hate to see the shit fall down like timber. Nigga, we was supposed to drop this shit in November. Now my outlook looking even more dimmer. Really, we all should've checked our tempers, yeah. But now that's just an afterthought. We only human and mistakes are a part of our nature. Let it be known, baby, I don't hate you. You did what you had to do. Repetitive shit made you chunk the deuce. Got us parting ways, should've called a truce. If it was up to me, I would've included you. Man, E&J shots to the brain. Got a young nigga on suicide watch. Dang, broken, almost insane. Man, impatient screaming for a change. Man, I guess that's really power of the tongue. 10 weeks turned into 3 fucking months, and 3 months turned into our shots. Our time is up, damn, shit got real.
Take you where you
politics, thinking they can run for president. Reality stars thinking they're heaven sent, irrelevant. Mind control. Believe it or not, we taking over your mind. Mind control. Believe it or not, we taking over your mind.
Hello? Hi everybody. Welcome to this episode of Mind Control. Yeah, so Jared will be here in just a minute. We're last minute preparations here. Last minute preparation H's. So, how's everyone doing out there today? That's great to hear. So yeah, this is the next episode of Mind Control. Jer promised he'd be here, and he's not. So I'll just look at my phone awkwardly till he gets here. How's everybody's Wednesday night going? You doing okay, Jedi? Save me, save me.
Man, I'm good.
Good.
I'm doing real good. How are you, Eddie?
I'm doing good, thank you.
I'm excited about y'all's show tonight.
Oh yeah, we have a big guest here live in studio. We'll also have a mind control girl, so that'll be fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
Another one. It's like the third one, right?
Yeah, it is.
How do y'all get all these chicks coming in, man?
You know, they've heard the rumors about my size, you know. But, so, yeah.
So what's going on today's show?
So we're going to have a special guest. I guess we'll bring him in here in a few minutes. No, my phone is not off, Bill. I'm just panicking here. So you've been watching any of the news, Jedi? Do you watch the news?
No, I don't really have TV, man.
Did you hear that ISIS is taking over Iraq? Isn't
Yeah,
that crazy?
I did hear
All
about
right, before
that.
we talk about Iraq, I'm sorry, Eddie. I refuse to let you get Iraq in.
Yep.
Oh, I don't have anything in my headphones.
Are they plugged in? They might.
I'm probably not. Hello.
There you go.
There we go. All right. Sorry, I heard Iraq talk and I had to come in and commandeer. Eddie, keep doing what you're doing.
Okay. So this is episode 9 of Mind Control. Next week is going to be episode 10.
You're right.
Yep. Every Wednesday, 6:30 here on deepellumonair.com.
Oh, this is beautiful. No, go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Go for what, Jared? Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to our wonderful fangirl. Can we take this and just film her real fast? Let's make Eddie. You want to make the announcement that we have multiple special guests here?
Yes, we have multiple special guests here. One of them being TC Fleming of the Ticket. We're very happy to have him here.
In 2 seconds.
A professional broadcaster.
Fangirl, would you please lay this out for our special guest here tonight down that hallway?
We are rolling out the red carpet.
That went horribly, horribly wrong. Not only is this episode 9, the return of the fangirl.
We found another one.
The mysterious, the beautiful,
She was ODing on the side of the road, and we scooped her up. And
voluptuous fangirl. But we also, this week, have a special guest.
I already announced him.
Oh,
Yep.
well, here he is, live on the red carpet, TC Fleming.
Hey, it's TC.
Oh my God! Pull up a seat right here. Come on in here, fangirl. Oh wait, she's got to get right by you real fast. So sorry, TC.
No, go ahead.
You can squeeze by me too. It's okay if you rub up against him. This is probably the greatest thing I've ever
Nice.
seen. Can I give you a hand?
Oh,
Can I offer you? Well, not you, TC. Her. Wow.
There
Whoa. Take that, Rich Hancock show. You thought you had a good show today.
I'm jealous of TC.
Okay, now somehow you've got to get by Eddie.
Well, only one way I know to get by
Oh
me.
my God.
What
That
a
was
gentleman.
easier.
What a gentleman. Okay, Fangirl, let me give you this. Would you please?
Stand in the corner and just cool me down.
Eddie's pretty warm in here. This is a big studio.
Yeah.
It's very warm. Would you please stand there and fan him with as much cleavage in his face as possible throughout the show? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Damn.
So cool in here.
Wonderful. I wouldn't know anything about that. Okay, so this is kind of flying by the seat of our pants here, but
the wheels aren't completely off yet.
TC, welcome.
Hey guys, how's it going?
How's your mic there? You need to.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
We got you covered, TC.
I was about to jump in your lap if that didn't work. All right. TC, welcome to Mind Control. First of all, let me just ask you, do you even know that you're on this show called Mind Control?
Yeah. Whenever you emailed me, I Googled whatever it is you told me you were on. Sure.
Did you know that it was this show?
I think so, because it says by time, and you told me the time to be up here.
You're so smart. You're so smart. I didn't know if you would go on and do that. I didn't know if we'd be a total mystery to you.
It's probably a good idea to verify something like that, or else you really open yourself up to confidence scams and
it would be
murder for hire, those sorts of things.
That's still not out of the question.
No, it's not.
Unbelievable. For all those wondering out there what a big superstar like TC is doing here on this show, I sent out an email, and the guy was so kind to come in. Obviously, he did look us up. I didn't know. I thought maybe he's just doing this out of the kindness of his heart, but clearly he saw the Fangirls.
He was impressed.
He heard the conspiracy theories, and he was like, I'm in. I'm putting words in his mouth, but this is exactly, he was like, this is the greatest show.
Yeah, I wouldn't say there was that much research, but sure.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil your illusion. Go ahead.
No, trust me. My illusion was you had no idea what you were walking into, so you've already spoiled it. I'm still. Why am I here? What do you do over there, Eddie?
So I turned up one of these knobs.
Turn up. Yeah, now I hear it.
You good?
Okay.
You're doing great, Eddie.
Thank you, TC.
Wow.
That's the kind of teamwork there that really pushes this show forward.
Real fast, shout out to Texas Ranch and Rodeo Weekly. They do a show here on Deep Ellum On Air. Unbelievably, they gave us these koozies to use on the air. For some reason, they gave me the pink one.
That's awkward.
And Eddie the green one. So, anyway, TC, to show our appreciation, we really, really, really appreciate you being here. And to kick this off, I've got a gift for you.
Oh, thanks.
I was going to make you a cake.
Oh, cake mix.
Yes, sir. I was going to make you a cake, but then I thought, why I wouldn't go near a cake that somebody made for me or any kind of food that somebody I didn't know made for me. So I wasn't going to make you a cake and then like expect you to eat it. So I bought you that, but I do expect you to go home and make that and think of us while you eat it.
Isn't it true that you opened that box already and put the poison in there and then closed it back up?
Yeah, I've already glued it back. So
it couldn't be too hard. No, because I've taken the bold on-air stance of liking the world's most delicious food, which I never thought would be controversial or notable in any way, but
somehow it's your
for some reason that's really picked up. So I've actually been offered multiple already made cakes and eaten all of them without ever thinking that was a risk. So. Thanks for introducing that. I should probably stop doing that, but...
Yeah, it's a horrible idea, TC. You really should not trust anybody that hands you food that's pre-made. So, hopefully we taught you a little something.
Not dead yet.
And hopefully we, made you feel a little good with that gift. There may be more in store later. I don't know.
There could be.
I just don't know. As we all know, this show is flying by the seat of its pants. I gave TC a cake.
Check.
I told him how much we appreciated him being here.
Was that written on the list?
Yeah. We did the red carpet bit.
It's a run sheet. I don't know if you know what a run sheet is, TC.
Explain it to me.
Yeah, Eddie, would you please? Nope. I'd love to hear your explanation of that.
Please explain it to me, TC. I'm sorry. But, hey, so didn't you have some jokes to start off this show, Jared?
Oh, so we're starting the show.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, can I have that Mind Control theme back? Is that possible? Have you heard our theme song, TC?
No.
We got a professional grade theme song. You should listen to this.
It was written just for this show.
This is how we typically would start the show. We're going to pretend like we just started the show all over.
That's a good idea.
Ho! Welcome to our show.
Episode 9.
Episode 9. We've got Fangirl, we've got TC, we've got Eddie, we've got Jeremiah. And for those of you out there who always confuse us, I'm Jeremiah, that's Eddie.
Yeah.
That's not a joke. Every time I tell that, they go, oh, I thought it was the other way around. I must look like an Eddie. And that's not one of the first jokes.
That was really funny, though.
Thank you. What's going on these days? KFC. Have you heard about this? The family that,
The hoax?
yeah, it turns out to be a hoax that this girl, they say that she went there with scarred face,
And they kicked her out of the restaurant.
and they kicked her out. They just said, we don't want your kind here. Released this all over social media. It turns out this was not true.
Do you believe it, TC? Do you think that really happened?
No, it sounded like a really weird and unlikely story whenever it came out.
She raised like $30,000 on Kickstarter, right?
Yeah, and then didn't KFC agree to pay her a lot of money?
Oh, wow. I didn't hear about that.
Not only were they about to give her a lot of money, but they have halted the development of the Colonel Sanders Cyclops Kids Meal with a free eye patch for every kid and every meal. So it's kind of, they're in a limbo there. They really can't kind of release that because it turns out this wasn't true, but they were going to honor her.
Do you follow that social media wave that they're caught up on now?
I'm sorry, I'm caught up on the waving of this fangirl over here.
Yeah.
How are you, fangirl? Could I get your name? What is your name?
I'm Delilah Dynamite.
Could you speak into Eddie's microphone with your cleavage, please?
Yes.
Delilah Dynamite.
Delilah Dynamite. Wow. Well, first of all, when you're on this show, you are sent straight from the Illuminati and you have no name. So
Yep.
let's erase that from your memory, okay?
Okay.
TC, what are your thoughts on the Illuminati?
Can I tell you I don't really have thoughts on the Illuminati. Can I tell you the only thing that I think of whenever you say Illuminati?
Yeah.
Is that an acceptable answer? So, as I mentioned, we were standing out there. When I was like 14, I did drugs 17 times, and so my parents sent me to a school to get that fixed. And I was
You
there
counted 17?
for a long time. Yeah, well, I mean, I had 4 years of sitting in drug school to kind of go over it.
Yeah.
There was a lot of free time. And so, yeah, I did the mental count. And there was a kid there. There's lots of kids there. And then they would later contact on Facebook, to just kind of get in touch. Like, hey, wasn't it crazy we all went there? That sort of thing.
Relive those great memories.
Yeah, all the fun times.
Yeah.
And I had a kid just in the
In
middle
school?
of the night Facebook message me saying, like, hey, how's it going? When I ask him, like, how are you? He's like, well, I'm actually caught up in some real bad stuff. And you're just terrified anytime you get one of those messages because you really doubt it's that person. You doubt they're telling it to you just to relay it. They probably want something.
Money.
And so I, kind of like said, oh, that sounds too bad, man. And he asked me if I had ever heard of the Illuminati and said that they were really for real and I should be afraid. And then I intimated to him that I felt pretty sure this was someone in Nigeria sending this message. And he seemed really offended at that notion and said no. He just thought that maybe an old Excel pal would be able to be a nice shoulder to lean on as he was on the run
Battling
from the Illuminati. So, yeah, I guess they're real. They might have killed Adam by now.
If he's dead, they're clearly real.
Yeah.
In your neck, so...
It was a warning. You should heed that warning, TC.
Anyway, U.S. versus Germany tomorrow. We'll get back into the Illuminati later.
Okay.
U.S. versus Germany World Cup. Everyone getting excited for this? You excited for this? You're a sports guy.
Yeah, sure, I'm excited for this.
Hell yeah. Who's this Dempsey guy?
Was your heart broken when they ended up tying that game on Sunday?
That was a pretty unique way to tie it, right? That it was hard not to feel a little bummed.
Yeah,
Even though, the fact that everyone was universally assuming that they would be out of the group, I'm sure that you probably didn't want to turn most of this into World Cup soccer, but...
No, the whole show, if you don't mind.
The fact that they've got still a chance to go through, pretty good chance. It's not like it was a bad outcome, but it was so surprising and
if they go
defeating.
through, they'll have, or I should say one of the ways they can get through, everyone's talking about the gentleman's agreement, that if they kind of just agree with Germany to tie, they'll both go through. And we're calling this a gentleman's agreement. But what most people aren't talking about is the other gentleman's agreement that they've already decided on, in that the losing team will sport Hitler mustaches until the next World Cup. And the winner gets half of Poland. I don't know if you guys heard that buzz on Twitter.
I didn't hear that. I think you made that up.
It was buzzing around.
Yeah.
North Korea, promised merciless retaliation against America if the movie The Interview with James Franco and Seth Rogen comes out.
Yeah, they make lots of empty threats, those North Koreans.
How dare you talk about my great dear leader like that?
The Supreme Ayatollah.
Uh-huh. Do you fear North Korea?
No. Not at all. I would say I fear the Illuminati
Okay.
more than North Korea.
Oh my God.
You know, they had Dallas targeted on that map that they were going to blow up, so you never know.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I think it was Austin.
Oh, was it Austin?
Good
Okay, I'm
for
sorry.
us.
Because there's a large Samsung factory in Austin.
Oh, they hate the South Koreans, right?
That is literally true.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So did you have a real funny joke about that Kim Jong-un being mad about that movie?
Yeah. He was so mad about this movie coming out that he posted his own YouTube video of him burning all the his box set DVDs of Freaks and Geeks.
That's sad.
That was
his protest.
That was my joke.
That was funny. Freaks and Geeks, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever watch Freaks and Geeks, TC?
Totally.
Yeah, everyone loves that show.
I don't.
No?
No, but to make peace, Judd Apatow stepped in and said he'd make a buddy pick between Kim Jong-un and Dennis Rodman. So
yeah,
they're gonna quell all those angry feelings. I think he's just overreacting because he's kind of mad right now.
He's a little bit jelly.
He's a little jelly right now that America's getting all this, steam going.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, I was gonna skip those jokes because clearly they weren't really meant to be today, but Eddie demanded it.
I did.
So we're gonna go back to the TC interview page, which is just on the other side of the page that I had written down those other things. TC.
Jeremiah.
Thank you for getting that right.
He knows your name.
You do your own show called It's Just Banter.
Yeah, with Jake. It's odd to call it mine, right?
With world-renowned TC, world-renowned Jake Kemp. Fake Jake Kemp?
Fake, or it's not Jack Kemp is his Twitter handle. That's a former
Sure.
presidential candidate.
It's funny because when the reason why I was a little secretive when I invited you on here was because I kind of wanted to I was like, I want to get personal. I kind of want to, delve into some areas that maybe if they knew beforehand, they wouldn't necessarily want to come on and do this. So I was kind of keeping it, low key. Yeah, I was keeping it vague. Like, hey, man, would you come on and do a show and this and that, whatever. And I'll be honest with you, I hadn't heard It's Just Banter until this week when I was getting ready for you. I decided to listen to some, and I'm listening to it, and you guys obviously don't care about anything that you're talking about. I think you guys are probably worse than us over here in terms of your language, especially you, sir. Your language is pretty offensive on that show. You just pretty much let it fly.
Are we allowed to curse here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, fuck yeah, you are.
No, it's just I think if you work in radio, you have the capability of turning it off, but it's not the natural setting. Yeah. No, I mean, I think that, well, first of all, on the podcast we say lots of things like I think that and and if you replace those with fuck, it makes you sound cooler. I believe.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's way better than
So fuck. No, really though, I was really shocked by that, and especially the open drug talk. I heard maybe your two most recent episodes, which I'm glad to see you guys are still doing them since you've gotten back. I was really happy. I thought maybe that would be the end of it. I didn't know if there was Jake TC tension. Is it weird? Hey, let me ask you this: is it weird that you come on a show like this, and for those of you out there who don't know, TC is world-renowned TC Fleming from 1310 The Ticket, KTCK AM FM 1310 967, which I haven't really tuned off of since it went FM. Although I don't really hear that big of a difference.
You like that FM signal? I
do like the signal better, but I don't hear a quality, and not necessarily. Everyone says, "Oh, the drops sound different, and this sounds different," but it all sounds the same to me. Except it's not full of static.
Yeah.
And it's good. It's good stuff. Anyway, so TC comes to us from The Ticket. He's our superstar. He's the reason we've laid out the red carpet. He's the reason why the fangirl demanded to come here today. She was a huge fan of TC. I was like, listen, you should probably keep your distance. She was like, no, I want to straddle him. When I enter, it was a whole thing that we had, choreographed out. Anyway, I don't know. I don't even know why I was. Oh, just to say, where was I going with this?
I think you wanted to get real personal with TC, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, with the drug talk. And with your most recent episodes with the drug talk, you guys are very openly drug talky.
Don't you have a trip to Seattle coming up here, TC?
I got back
you just
last
got back.
night. Uh-huh.
Yeah, how was it? Did you have a
Was
good time?
this was specifically a drug trip?
No, no.
No?
My family was running in a marathon. So I was there to support and cheer on, not just going there to use drugs. No.
Not just for that, but you did?
I don't mean to be a jerk, but I want a package. We haven't had the chance to talk about it on the podcast.
Ooh, that's hot.
I
Nobody's
was doing it
watching this
mainly
show,
just to be able to talk about it, so
Yeah, that's
I wouldn't
fun.
want to ruin that opportunity. If I was going to do it, I should leave some mystery, right?
Right. If you had done anything while you were in Seattle, well, that's cool. No, I saw, like I said, I heard your most recent episodes, and I heard you getting ready for this and how you were insulted that your friends, you know, you kind of thought it was a big deal that I guess you're not a big drug guy. Before coming here, you know, I wanted to prepare with your favorite beer, and you said, oh, I don't even drink, I don't have a favorite beer. So, you know, we're drinking for you. And as far as the smoking, you were like, you know, saying you hadn't smoked in a long time, you don't do drugs, but you were ready on this trip, you were going to be about it, and your friends were kind of like, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, as you heard on the podcast, Jake seemed pretty excited about it. I wouldn't say that there wasn't just real excitement over this giant event, but the two people I was on the trip with, my girlfriend, and then the guy, I have a friend who's from Seattle, but because of his job, he, you know, it's not the legality of drugs in Texas is holding him back. It's that he gets constantly drug tested for the job he does. So neither of them seem personally very interested. No, I'm pretty sure they can do drugs. That should be obvious by now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so since you know, I don't think that they were going to partake in you know, I'm like I said, I last time I did, I was 14 years old, and shortly thereafter, I was sent to a rehabilitation facility.
So it obviously worked.
Yeah, well, I guess it worked. I wouldn't like applaud them for anything that they did, but you know, I think there was some concern that that this was something we would all look back on as the first step to constant heroin use.
You haven't gone down that road, that Philip Seymour Hoffman road.
You know, like I've made it. I mean, it's a day after the trip. It wouldn't manifest now. We'd be talking about a couple months from now.
Okay.
I would be using heroin constantly. So I can't tell you whether or not
you sound a little resentful of your parents for having sent you there. Was this like a mistaken identity?
No.
I'm not the bad son you think I am?
No, I was pretty bad.
Really?
Yeah. Definitely.
What were you dabbling in at 14?
It wasn't the drug use that was the problem mainly. That's just an easier way to explain it, I guess.
Right.
You know, because that's viewed as something that's a real line in the sand of, like, if you have a kid that's using drugs, that must be pretty bad. If you just have a kid that's argumentative, then, you know, you kind of, like, it's hard to really get if you weren't there, you know?
Yeah.
The level of argumentativeness and just difficulty to deal with it, whatever.
You were argumentative?
Yeah.
You were a horrible kid?
Yeah.
I know what that's like. I put my parents through, or, you know, I put my dad through quite a bit.
But don't the parents really ask for it?
They're asking for it.
Yeah.
In what sense? Like,
you
that they chose to have a child?
Exactly.
No, that you were not a bad kid, and they put this label of you're trouble, you're this, but it wasn't.
I'm pretty sure I was bad.
No, I think you're a good kid. Look at you. You wouldn't turn out like this if you were a bad kid. You've got a head on your shoulders.
Maybe he can thank that trip to that school for shaping him up.
No, that is the sort of thing I would specifically warn against.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let's not encourage them any more than they've been encouraged already.
There's an underlying resentment here that he doesn't want to get into.
Not of my parents. I just thought the people at the school were
well. So
real jerks.
why the choice of no drinking for yourself?
I've never been that interested in drinking. Even like whenever I was using pots as a child, I was not sneaking alcohol. I don't know. Their PR campaign on me wasn't as effective as the one waged by marijuana. I don't know. It never seemed that interesting. Certainly after I went to the school, I wasn't going to like start drinking the second I got out, because they were pretty strongly advising against that. And then I reached a point where I didn't think that drinking would be a problem, but it wasn't already a part of my life. And I don't know, I just wasn't that interested in adding it. It's
a good choice.
Yeah.
Eddie didn't drink till his 21st birthday.
And that's probably the worst decision I ever made. So,
yeah. See, I regret that I didn't do drugs by the time I was 14. I mean, if I had,
you could have been living it up.
That's why I have resentment against my parents. I wasn't up to anything, and I was being treated like a fucking prisoner. I needed to be in by a certain time. I couldn't do this or that, and I was a good kid.
Well, I'm sorry to ruin the experience for you.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was people like me they were hoping against, right?
Absolutely. You're trouble.
Your dad would only wish that you ended up as well off as TC did. Your dad would be happy.
What exactly is that?
You know, on the radio, you know, like living your dream, you know?
Yeah, you know, I'm sure it's probably pretty terrible to complain, but, you know, this is an odd time to be throwing those sort of plaudits. I don't have a job, so if anyone out there has a job, I was on the radio once. Now I just kind of do a podcast at home and play video games.
So I wanted to talk to you about that. So when did you decide to make this move? You were with the Ticket for a number of years. How many years?
Probably around 5.
5 years. And how'd you get started at the Ticket?
Intern for Bad Radio.
Are you interning through school, or you just...
Yeah, it has to be through school, or else it's illegal.
Okay, so you jump in with Bob and Dan. That's good, because Norm, he's got a history with young boys, you know.
Watch out for that guy.
Yeah, he likes his young, affluent boys, right?
Yeah, I don't know, man. He seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, so... No, yeah, we all love Norm. Okay, so you come in with Bad Radio. You work.
Was Psycho Dave still there whenever you started on Bad Radio?
No. He'd been gone for a little while.
You're working at the Ticket. You decide you're going to move to Florida to take a job opportunity. When was this?
In March of this year. One of the guys who listens to the podcast I do with Jake, it's called It's Just Banter. I can't remember if we mentioned that. And he listens, and he lives in Pensacola, and he was, you know, in discussions about a job and decided that he didn't really want it, but thought that it would be an interesting opportunity for someone else, and, you know, reached out to me and reached out to the hiring people and said, hey, you know, here's a guy that I fully certify and suggest as someone who's a good idea to hire, and say, talk to me. I actually drove out there for an interview.
That's a drive. I've actually... made the drive out to Jacksonville.
Okay.
I made that drive about in March of this year as well.
Okay.
Boy, that's a drive. You drove that by yourself?
No. Megan went with me.
This is your fiance?
Yes.
Your fiance?
Yes. She went with. So I was hired to be the program director, and I hosted the afternoon show there with another guy. And that was a lot of fun, and I felt like I was... I did a solid job.
Hell yeah, that's what I like to hear.
The guy there who owned the station, he had a strong background in sales, but he had not previously worked in programming. And I think that I brought a lot of ideas about programming that were not there previously, and implemented them in a way that I felt was fairly effective. And then, 2 months later, he said that they were eliminating the position of program director. I think that, it's asinine. It'll never work doing something like that. I don't think that they have a great long-term future under this structure. At the same time, I'm not sure how this guy could do anything else. Just because, I think that he bought it because he wanted to do his own thing. And doing your own thing does not include turning over... programming to another person.
To creative people who want to do good things.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't buy the station, he did, so he should do it.
So did he know? Did he know where you were coming from before you got there? Like, did he know?
I would say that, he knew that I worked at the Ticket. He knew that the Ticket had won awards.
Right.
Like, he mentioned that a couple times.
There you go.
I don't think he was like a regular listener to the Ticket. I don't think he listened to like any of the podcasts I did.
Did you throw that in his face did he fire you? Did he take you in a room and fire you?
I was laid off. He used the word laid off. But yeah, we had a meeting.
I've heard those words before too, TC.
Yeah. No, I'm sure plenty of people do over the course of their life. It's just that my period of that is very recent, so I don't feel...
Sorry to hear that.
What is his excuse? Does he apologize for, I know I just made you move from Dallas, from, where you were comfortable and you were, you pretty much, most people would think I've achieved if I'm working at the Ticket. You moved your life all the way over here, and now I'm going to lay you off. Like, is he aware of what he's doing, or he doesn't care because he just owns it and he's...
Was there a severance package?
There was no severance package.
Let's be honest. This was ESPN Radio, right?
That's... Yeah, it's a...
Affiliate?
He owned the station. It was like his deal, but he signed an affiliate agreement with ESPN to run a lot of their programming whenever he wasn't doing his own
Well, that
stuff.
by definition is going to make it terrible. So
Did Chuck Cooperstein have a show on the network?
No.
That's where he went wrong.
Yeah. There's a lot of places, like, because we live in Dallas, where until very recently the ESPN station was owned and operated, where ESPN was actually the person who owned the station, who was a full extension of the TV channel. That's not how it is like most other places. It's people doing their own thing that just happen to slap the name on it.
Yeah.
So when are you planning on getting married? You mentioned your fiance.
November 1st.
In November. So Fangirl, did you know that this was a almost married man whenever you cross-straddled his genitals a minute ago?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't. That's an inaccurate description of what happened.
She forced herself upon you?
Yeah, we all saw it. Trust
Yeah.
me. You were the victim there.
I think it was normal trying to get from one place to the other in a confined space.
That's how I do it in the movie theaters. To all the nice gentlemen
That's really weird.
that are in my way. Sometimes I go out of my way just to run into those gentlemen. So then he lays you off and you come back to Dallas triumphantly. And is there any talk of you going back to work for the ticket? In other words, why won't they welcome you back with open arms? I know Bob and Dan want to welcome you back with open arms.
I'm working there some. I'm producing the NBA draft coverage tomorrow, so tune in for that.
And how was that? Is that like they just cut you a check for those hours?
Yeah. I mean, before I did the top 10 job, I was just a part-time employee. Now I am, again, a part-time employee. A little bump in hourly pay from the last time I was a part-time employee. So they've been
you played hardball,
incredibly nice. No. They were.
You got program director on your resume now.
That's right.
That's cool. No, it's cool. You're big time. You need to fucking make sure these people know it. That's awesome. Okay, so you're back. I've heard you doing tickers.
Yeah. That's.
Or was
some
it
of the
a ticker
part-time
or something
stuff.
like
No,
that?
I did tickers 2 of the days that Sean was out with paternity leave.
Diarrhea.
Are you really hoping that like one of these ticker guys, gets the axe, and one of these guys like gets a programming director job in Pensacola or?
It would solve a lot of short-term problems for me, but at the same time, I did work there for 5 years. I feel like I experienced most of that experience that I can. Person who really likes trying new things. I would be fully open to, doing something that's not radio at all. If there was another hosting job somewhere else in like a large market.
How close are you and Jake from being able to do It's Just Banter as a career? Is that a possibility?
Like just the podcast?
Yeah.
I like to think it's possible at a point, or that it could be possible at a point, but it's not especially close now.
You guys, are you able to track numbers? Like, what kind of numbers do you guys do?
Yeah, we can track them kind of. I don't know. I don't think we've ever said before. I think that it helps to add mystery, right?
Oh wow. I'm assuming you guys are killing it. If you've got people in Florida.
See, I figure that you'll guess a higher number than it actually is.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want to say.
I'm guessing somewhere around 4 billion people watch you or listen to you.
It's under that, so I'm definitely not going to reveal then.
Uh-oh. I think you have a curious caller.
Caller, you're live on the air, mind control. You have a question for TC?
Yeah, TC, man. So, first of all, sorry about your job, bro.
Hey, it's all right.
Well, it sounds like it's just kind of new, but anyhow, more important than work, man. Your fiance, she hot, man? Like,
That's a good question, caller. Is your fiance hot? I've been wondering about this.
I mean, is there like a respectful way to answer that?
You could say yes.
man, if somebody asks me if my fiance is hot, the answer is always yes.
I don't think she would be disrespected if you were like, she's the hottest girl I've ever been around.
Like, anyone who says that is definitely lying, right? Like, the subset of people who actually, even had a serious conversation with the most attractive woman they've ever seen is very, very small.
You're totally right. Honey, I'm sorry. I don't mean anything.
Yeah, and I just, I believe in strong honesty. But sure, she's hot.
Would you?
Would I? Yes, sure.
Do you keep her as mysterious from the public as you keep your, podcast numbers?
No, I don't make any effort to.
Are we able to see her anywhere?
Yeah, I mean, I don't, make an effort to...
Is she headlining at any strip clubs around town?
No, I don't, make an effort to promote her personal brand or anything. But she operates the same social media accounts as everyone else, and
TC's so good for my brand.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's a strong consideration.
How long have you been together with her?
Almost 4 years.
Okay, so this is the real deal. Like, you're ready to commit. You're not pursuing any of these other hottest women that you see walking by. You're committed.
Yeah, because before I make a decision like deciding to get married, I thought about it a lot. I would say that it was the number one thing that I was pondering over for a year or two, and in the end, I think that everyone gets tired of you stop seeing someone for how they actually look not too long into the relationship. It's just someone that you're kind of used to seeing, and honestly, and I don't even necessarily mean that in a bad way, like that you're tired of it. I just mean like that the face comes to mean like more of the emotions associated with it from like the things you've done together than it does the actual like physical features. And so I don't think that shit matters at all. I think that finding someone who over the long term, you're not going to be tired of their personality or tired of their mannerisms or tired of the way that they go about life.
Their life bit.
Yeah, I think
doesn't everybody's bit get old eventually, though?
Are they on, or did you kill them?
Yeah, they hung up.
Yeah, we had a caller, but fuck them, right? Would you curse for us here on the air? I mean, I just feel like you kind of need to get
I said the word shit in that answer.
Oh, good. Wow. Are you 17 times. I've had the time to mentally count them back. He's cursed 17 times, as many times as he's drugged up in school. We're gonna have to send him out of here. So, is this something you guys do? Do you guys take callers on your podcast, or is this brand new?
No, we had I think 3 shows live on the ticket, and so we took callers then.
Oh, fun!
But not on the podcast.
What time slot?
I like it when I'm talking.
Yeah.
Huh? What time slot?
Yeah.
One of them was for the tee box.
Cool.
One of them was...
Did they insist you talk golf?
No,
golf?
We did not talk golf at all. One of them was Saturday night, I'm trying to remember, it was like 9 p.m. or something like that.
Hey, that's fun.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Y'all bumped Sporting News Radio for that?
Yeah, we bumped Sporting News Radio.
It seems like that could be like a regular thing. They should throw you guys on every Saturday night. I mean, I would listen to that shit.
Yeah, I mean, it was a long time ago that happened, and at the time we were definitely really trying to pursue that happening, but,
I know in the beginning, Bob and Dan were like big time listeners of It's Just Banter, and they've
always been really nice.
Yeah, I know this is where Space is Super Gay comes from, and
I mean, that was I think like the 9th one we ever did.
And I had heard them talking plenty about how you guys how your language runs freely on there. But I was shocked when I went back and watched that. I was like, or listened to it. Like, God damn it.
I don't think it's that much. I think that it's as often as it happens in regular conversation with our friends.
No, yeah, it's regular conversation. Yeah, I'm not as offended as I pretend to be. So, we got a caller back. Caller, you're live on the air. Mind Control, live with TC Fleming.
Hello.
Oh, hello. We have a hot caller.
Of course.
Hi, hot caller. Do you have a question for TC?
Oh, I do have a question for TC. I love your hair. Can you just tell us, can you tell the viewers, like, what actually you use, like your shampoo or conditioner?
That's a really weird question.
I don't know if it's weird so much as, I don't
get that a lot.
Listen, I mean, you guys have women listening to your show, so I just have to know.
Yeah, I use a variety of things. It's I think I read, or I didn't read. Megan told me once that it's bad for your hair if you use the same shampoo over and over, and I don't know where she got that from.
She made that up.
And yeah, she's usually the one who buys it anyways. So it's whatever thing I haven't used in a couple months is whatever I buy at Walgreens.
Sounds like something the shampoo industry is trying to get pushed through there.
No, that's a great advice. I did not hear about that before, so
I wouldn't believe that. She probably did make that up.
Please, caller, don't follow that advice. Your hair will fall out.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. You guys are doing great. Thanks a lot.
Caller. Thank you. And please feel free to come in and be fangirl sometime. We'd love to have you.
That'd be great.
Not that there's
I'd love to.
Not that there's anything wrong with the lovely what is it? Delilah Dynamite? Wow.
Oh, she is beautiful. That is a fangirl.
She's knocking them dead tonight.
Well, she's hot.
TC, I don't want to give away too much of the magic, but I saw TC, it was moving when she was crawling over him.
What was moving?
Fairly disgusting.
So, TC, I want to talk to you about this top 10 job. How did you like doing the top 10? You did the rundown at the end of the show, ticket top 10 moments of the day, and it seems like it's basically yours to be creative with.
Yeah, I like that part of it a lot. It's a tough question to answer because it depends on what perspective you're coming from. Did I enjoy doing it? Yeah, I enjoyed doing it a ton. Like, did I also at that time wish that I was the one who was being recapped instead of the one doing the recapping? Like, yes, also, that is also true. But like, the show itself, there's a million other things you could be doing that are a lot worse. There's a lot of other jobs at the station that I would rather do a lot less than... Because, the thing I liked about that is that it was kind of my own. And,
You were a host on the ticket nightly.
And most of the time that it's only my own in so far as, like, I can, have real control over, I don't know, 15% of... Like, most of it's just... No matter who's putting it together, it's going to be the ticket hosts talking.
Could you pick the order?
Yeah, okay. I pick the order every night. So yeah, in that way you can shape it some.
You pick the clips and put it all together.
And you do all the editing, so you kind of figure out what is and isn't going to be in there, and some like I really like the parts of the ticket that are the parts that are totally unique to the station. I think that's pretty common among the listenership, but not always like universally loved by people within it. I think that within it, people really try to strive for a balance and think that if we gave like no sports content, then we'd really be out on a limb, and that'd be a shaky position to be in. So you want to make sure you stay balanced. Whereas whenever I'm listening, and like whenever I'm going back through like the Unticket or something, you don't ever see like. Their HSOs on the Mavs featured there. It's all and I listen to the stuff like Gordo's Corner or something, a ton, like all the time, and like old segments of that, and so that's the kind of stuff that I made a effort to feature more without offending anyone's idea of balance that would be in a position to tell me to stop doing that. So I thought that was something that I brought to it that maybe not everyone else would have. I don't know.
Caller, you're ruining the flow of the show. You're live on the air, Mind Control.
Hey, I just got a question for TC.
Oh, this is a hotter caller.
Yeah, TC, you over here talking about the ticket. I just want a one-way ticket to the center of your universe, Daddy.
That's not really a question.
He got you there. And with that, they couldn't take the heat and they hung up. She seemed really hot, but I guess she wasn't ready for the heat that you were bringing. So can I've got a big reveal here. I want to tell you something.
Okay.
Not even that big of a deal. Eddie and I used to do this show, like I said, years ago, but in my basement. Basically, it was us jerking each other off.
Yep.
For no one's entertainment.
Whoever came on the toast last had to eat it.
Right.
Yeah.
What?
So
I fancy myself, I'm trying to make something here, trying to make some things happen, right? And just like I emailed you, caller, go ahead, you're ruining this story again.
Live on the air, Mind Control.
Yes, for TC, to answer to the question, is your girlfriend, fiance, wife hot? Is always.
Oh, good.
She's the most beautiful girl in the world.
Thanks for your advice.
Right? That's always
I was really
the answer.
desperately seeking it, and
thanks. Yeah,
now I have it.
That's some good marital advice there from that caller.
Do you have any advice? Do you have any advice on how often he should have sex with his wife?
Well, it's funny you should ask. See, I have sex with my wife at least 3 times a week.
Okay.
Jer
Awesome.
and Eddie may find that odd, but that is...
Why would that be odd?
Because it's your sister, that's why.
Okay.
That's not
cool,
awkward?
caller.
That's not
Is
cool.
that awkward?
TC, how often are you involved with your fiance a week?
I don't know. I'm not answering that.
More than 3 times?
Could you give us a more or less than 3 times?
No. Next thing.
Oh, my God. Okay, so let me get back to my story. Let me make this short. I emailed when TC went off to Florida, I emailed Jeff Catlin, the Catman, at the ticket, and I said, hey, by the way, I try to do my own thing, I don't know how to apply for this top 10 job, but I'd love, an opportunity. And he, like a gentleman, wrote me back and was like, oh, okay. I think he just was like, hey, okay, well, what kind of experience do you have, this and that? And I said, okay, well, I have none. I have a degree in video production. I assume I could figure out a radio board. This is before, we started doing our show here. And so I said, and he writes me back and kind of blew me off. And it was like, well, you kind of have no idea what you're doing.
Well, none's not a strong answer to give a prospective employer when asking you about experience.
Really?
I wouldn't. I mean, what? As someone who's who the answer to the question of what experience do you have in this field, the answer for me is usually none. Like I said, I would be happy to try lots of things outside radio. It doesn't appear that those things are excited to try me. And so, yeah, I'm familiar with the experience. But, yeah, whenever I do answer none, I always assume that it's going to be a no.
It's always a door being shut in your face. So he basically said, no, we don't have anything like that. And, and basically we hire from the inside. We have promotions guys. We do things like that.
Yeah.
And so I go, great. I'll apply for a promotions job. And I applied for a promotions job, and they still refused to even let me go out and fucking hand out T-shirts or...
Well, that's surprising. That's when I would start to really doubt my own self.
Oh, and believe me, I did. I was all ready to, finish the bottle off and say goodbye to the world. I realized I have a wife and kids, so I have a little bit more to live for, so I stayed with it for one more day. I called up our... producer here, Jedi Jansen, and that's the mystery to how Eddie and I were doing our show here. It was ticket related, and it was TC related. It was TC moving to Florida to become a program director, that we're even here doing the show. Comes full circle. TC's here on the show. Eat that, Jeff Catlin. Catman.
I bet he's rolling
I want to
over.
say Cat's a really nice guy.
Who's the winner now? I'm the one with TC live on the air.
I'm sure he's rolling over in his grave.
He sure is.
Yeah.
Still healthy, I want to clarify.
I'm sorry.
Still, is he really all tatted up like you guys talk?
He's got like a half sleeve on one arm, I'm pretty sure. Right?
Okay. What does he got going on there? Any flowers? Are they
skulls? I just know it's not a cat anymore. He started out with it was an actual, because his last name is Catlin. It was a little picture of a cat, and he has since morphed that into something else.
By the way, if your last name is Catlin, getting a cat tattoo is probably a worse idea than emailing somebody for a job with no experience.
I think it's a great idea.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm sorry, I forgot to say how great of an idea it was, because I would still.
He's my boss and the guy that brought me back at a raise. So.
Oh, that's hot. So anyway, let me cross off all these questions about how often you have sex with your fiance. How open to blowjob talk are you?
I mean, if you're just gonna go through the sex acts and ask me how often I engage in them, you're probably not gonna get that far.
How did you meet your fiance?
That's a different one. It's not an interesting story at all. We both were at the Barley House at the same time, and
the Barley
House. Very friendly.
Are there any ticket groupies? Are there girls that are ready to lay it down for ticket guys?
Maybe for a host or something in the right situation, but certainly not whenever I became an intern, I figured that was pretty much just it. Now all the girls are going to want to talk to me, and that was not the case. They had as little interest in talking to me as they did whenever I wasn't an intern. I'm sure if you're the host of a show, it's probably pretty cool, but I'm not here to tell you that it's been my impression that any of them are just taking advantage of that on.
That was going to be my next question. Do you have
anything.
Is there behind the scenes? I'm not that you would tell us, but is there dirt behind the scenes of the ticket that would blow our mind if we knew? That that you're privy to?
That kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Not really. No.
I've always wondered, are they all as upstanding?
They're probably less adventuresome than they portray themselves, or at least in joking reference that some people might take to be what they're actually saying about their real lives. They're less extreme than that.
Caller, you're live on the air. Do you have a question about how often TC has sex with his fiance?
Yeah. Do you guys have Battletoads?
Toads? Yeah, Battletoads. No, we don't have any Battletoads here. Sorry.
Oh man, my friend told me to call in and ask for Battletoads. He said you guys would definitely have it.
Yeah, what the hell, guys?
The video game or the action figures or the cartoon? Or
Eddie was in charge of
Video game.
Oh, the video game.
Like, we were going to play it live on the air with TC?
Well, I think
On
he
Twitch?
probably wants it. He doesn't get much out of you playing it.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry, sir. I wish they had Battletoads for you.
Well, thanks anyways, I guess.
Try calling next week.
Next week, we will have Frogger. It's the next best thing.
I'm pretty sure if you Googled Battletoads ROM, you could get
true.
that done.
That's illegal, sir.
Oh. Well, if you already own the game, I'm assuming
That's right,
you already
yeah.
own the game,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Did you ever play Battletoads, TC?
Oh, absolutely.
Did you get past that level where you have to jump over those rocks?
I don't have a specific enough memory to know whether or not I did that.
Speaking of your memory, let me go back. I have a random question for you that I just want to get out. In creeping through your...
This is the random question segment for our guest.
In creeping through your tweets of the past, I don't know, year or so, I saw you made mention of Croatia.
Mm-hmm.
You said the people of Zagreb, Croatia were really good people and whatnot. And I was just wondering what your connection
Did
to
I
Croatia
actually
was.
type and whatnot?
No.
Okay,
no, that
good.
wasn't
Then
quoted
I really-
verbatim.
Okay, that's weak writing if it is. Whenever I was in college, the college I went to had a very strong what's it called? Like overseas semester program with a campus in Rome, and we had like a 10-day vacation. This is the most yuppie story I have. I feel really embarrassed every time I tell everyone that I did a semester in Rome.
A story like this should have gotten you an internship on Norm.
yeah. It's the sort of thing that Norm interns don't blush about. No, so we had a 10-day vacation, and the first like 3 or 4 days of that vacation for me were spent in Croatia. One of my friends that I made like while I was there, he had done a language class like the month before. Like he had before we were supposed to show up in Rome, a month before that, he flew to Germany to take a class in German. And he met like 3 or 4 girls there who are from Croatia and were like, hey, whenever you have a chance, you have to visit us in Croatia. So I hitched a ride with him and spent 3 or 4 days there, and it was the coolest fucking place. Like, it's an amazing, like, you know, of all, like, I then went from, you know, all sorts of awesome places in Europe on the 10 days, and I would say that that was the one I enjoyed the most, probably because we were actually with people who lived there. But that's what I meant in the tweet by the people are very nice.
That's
is
cool.
that the 3 or 4 people who were hosting us were fucking awesome. Like, one of their friends was going out of town for the weekend, and so, like, we got to just use their apartment for free. To go back to the drug discussion, they left marijuana out, like, for the guests to use.
Yeah.
It was,
I would never do that.
It was a really cool place. Yeah, no, I don't know
can't
anyone
afford
that
to
would.
do that.
That's why I was like, these are the difference in our cultures, and theirs is way nicer.
That's cool. Well, my wife is
way nicer than mine. I don't want to make any indictments on America.
My wife is Bosnian. That's why I ask.
Okay, that's not
She's from
far.
Bosnia. Her dad is Croatian, so I guess she's technically half Bosnian, half Croatian. But her dad was in Bosnia at the time she was born. So anyway, I just thought that was pretty cool. So, like, you know, my people are your people, man.
Yeah, no. If you ever get the chance to go over, I really recommend it. It's really cool.
Yeah, I think Croatia is definitely the place you want to go as opposed to Bosnia. Bosnia doesn't seem like a lot of fun these days.
Do you ever watch that the 30 for 30 that was about the former Yugoslavia? It's called Once Brothers. It's really good. And there's just
was there a sports tie-in?
Yeah, the Yugoslavia national basketball team was really good. They had Vlade Divac and what's the guy that died? I don't remember his name. I want to say Dino Saric, but that's the one who's in the draft now. He was a shooting guard for the Nets that was just fucking awesome. And then he was going up over a hill in rain in Berlin and didn't stop fast enough, rammed into the car in front of him, and he died.
And that was it.
Was Vlade happy with that?
Vlade was not happy with that. That was like Vlade's best friend.
Oh, thanks, Eddie.
Sorry.
How are you doing over there, fangirl? Are you okay?
Oh, I'd like a beer.
Really? Can we make that happen?
You can stop waving that. They can't make you wave that.
The Illuminati said she has to do that.
She can't. Yeah, she can't stop. By the way. Yeah. Could we get our? Oh, whoa. Could I get a beer? I ran out over here.
Uh-oh.
I'm glad our fangirl has one. That's hot. You're the first fangirl to ask for a beer. Not only will that get you killed after the show, but
That gets my appreciation. I think that's great.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The Illuminati doesn't really like that kind of stuff.
Thanks, man.
That's Jedi Jansen. Jedi Jansen used to produce for Jagger. I'm just trying to let you know how big time we are over here.
Cool. How's it going, Jedi?
Hey, man.
You go by Jedi or Jansen?
Either one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've
You
heard
having a good day?
Did you hear Harrison Ford
great.
broke his leg on the shooting of that new movie?
I did.
Did we have a caller?
No.
Yet again? Good, thank God. So get back to this. We're dying to know what you think about Harrison Ford breaking his leg.
Are you like contractually required to take all the callers? Is that the idea?
Well, I guess we just don't have a way to get them and then bring them in. It's like if they call, they're just interrupting the show. And
Well, yeah, but I mean that's pretty common from callers in general. I think the
We have
tickets.
no call screener.
You just want to ignore them?
Well, I mean that's what's done universally at the station I work for, sir.
Well, we're
Haven't
excited.
you ever tried to call in and just let the phone ring? And
Yeah.
ring and ring?
We're
What did you think we were
excited.
doing?
We are excited that anyone takes the time to call. Oh, is somebody on? Speaking of callers we don't want. Caller, you're on the air. Oh my God, are you wasting our time?
Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Am I live?
Is this the same caller again?
You were live last time you called, sir.
I have, I have a question for Fangirl.
Oh, wow.
Is your arm tired?
Till I talk in here, Mike.
Is your arm tired?
No, my arm's not tired.
Do you want a job?
What?
I said, do you want a job?
Why are you talking? You're the Fangirl. Fangirls don't talk. Drink your beer and fan Eddie.
Get him
That's
off.
it.
Get rid of this guy.
Get him off the air. You don't talk to
This
our
asshole.
Only we
Yeah, I
talk.
don't really support those views.
We only talk to our fangirls like that. You asshole.
What did he say?
Don't even worry
It
about
wasn't like really disrespectful, but it wasn't representative of a
Yeah.
healthy understanding of
It was just
women.
ethnic slur type stuff.
There were
need
no
to promote.
ethnic slurs. I don't
It
want
was
you to feel
ridiculous.
bad about that.
One of the other things I have on my list here, I think that I'm fascinated by, is my hero, my almighty, besides Kim Jong Un, is Dan McDowell.
Okay.
I think he hangs the moon. Now, you got to house sit for him on a number of occasions.
A whole bunch of times.
How many times? How often is
I
he
don't
out
know.
of his house?
Did Dan leave anything on the table for you?
Ha 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 ha.
No.
No, but I mean, he's very, if he ever were to use drugs, I would assume he would be very generous.
He sure does act like he does.
I don't know.
It's an act. It's entertainment, though.
Yeah.
I feel fine being brutally honest about things that I do, but getting me to talk about other people.
Are
when
you
might
not
offend
okay?
their
So you're looking for
sensibilities.
work, really? I know you guys got into this on your show.
TD Ameritrade was an option. It sounded like.
I recently.
I think they are. TD Ameritrade doesn't.
Oh.
They don't think you're an option for
No.
them. That's unfortunate. What do you
I'm
want?
pretty sure I could do the work. TD,
What do you
want to
do for them?
I don't know.
Trade be a stockbroker?
Yeah, it's not a very fleshed out concept.
Did you see?
They're probably right.
Did you see Wolf of Wall Street and say I could do this?
I could definitely do that. No, no. It seems like an industry that attracts. I would hope that's a job where you got to think a lot. That's what I want. I want a job where you think a lot.
You don't know anything about stocks, though.
I mean, not any more than you would just kind of pick up. I've never taken a class on stocks
No,
or
or
made
there's-
an extended run at stocks. I understand,
That's
how
horseshit,
math
though.
works.
It's horseshit. There's no rhyme or reason to it. There is no. You could waste your time going to school, or you could just watch it every day and figure it out.
You're just pissed off because you sold your shares of Netflix before it went through the roof.
Yep. I sold my shares of Apple at $16, thinking this was clearly the top.
Yeah, it was a bad idea.
You're not you don't have any investments.
No.
Never dabbled.
Mm-mm.
Okay, I'll save that conversation for someone else. I've made and I've lost, but I'll save it for some guys who know this language that I'm speaking.
Sure.
I'll save it for next week. We're getting a TD Ameritrade brokers. We've got 2 of them actually live on the air, and they're going to tell us how unfit for
You
this.
broke the fan? That's it.
That was the cue. Okay, TC, I don't think you know about this. Uh-oh. You certainly don't know about this, but you are just about to be thrusted into a battle of wits, of I don't know, imaginations with Eddie. Fangirl?
Okay.
Have you ever played Pictionary before, TC?
Fangirl?
I don't know.
Let's
think
do
so.
this. Pictionary is our favorite game here on Mind Control besides Brainstorm. Do we have a caller? Are we throwing him on?
Caller, you are on the air.
Caller, you're ruining Pictionary. Hello? Great. Fangirl.
Who wouldn't be excited about an introduction like that?
Should I be nicer to the callers who are ruining our show?
I'm clearly not suggesting that.
Or should we just, like, ignore them? You want us to ignore them.
No, I mean, I encourage them to call in and everything.
Well, welcome to Pictionary, live with Fangirl, Eddie versus TC.
Excuse you.
Not only is this Pictionary, this is Fangirl Conspiracy Theory Pictionary. Gentlemen, I'm going to ask you, I hope I don't reveal any of these answers. I'm going to ask you to compete against each other as the Fangirl tries to draw you random conspiracies. We're going 1 through 5. The winner of 1 through, I don't know, 3 out of 5, we should say, gets a Whataburger gift card for $10. Can you believe it? TC, do you like Whataburger?
You know that I do.
Wow. Oh, how fortunate that we didn't get any other
You ever
brand.
have one of those breakfasts on a biscuit, on a bun? You ever have one of those before?
I've had the honey butter chicken biscuit.
The honey butter chicken
That's a different
biscuit.
thing, but it's a similar thing.
Only at Whataburger.
There you go.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna take my headphones off for this, and I'm gonna go talk into that microphone, and our gorgeous Fangirl is gonna take it from here. Woo! Let me
straddle me. Oh yes, yes.
I'm sorry.
Hey now.
Could have made that so much easier. All right. Here we go, Fangirl. I'll hold this for you. Is this microphone on?
Are you ready to be destroyed,
Let's set it
TC?
up on here.
What was Jagger like in real life, Jedi?
Man, he's nice. He's a great guy. One of my best friends.
Cool.
Yep.
Listened to him when I was a kid.
Jagger is the reason why. Didn't you say he's the reason he came up with the name Deep Ellum On Air?
He did, yeah.
He's the man.
He's my mentor. Still helps me out every
All coming
day.
full circle, TC. Okay, Fangirl. Here's your #1 topic secretly behind the board.
9/11 was an inside job.
How dare you?
Oh.
So, you know, maybe something... You know what I'm saying? Pretty easy. Gentlemen, here we go. Round 1. Conspiracy Theory Pictionary. Think conspiracy theory.
9/11 was an inside job.
Okay, Eddie. I promise, TC, Eddie doesn't know these. He's just being an asshole. And he's really good. That's... Nobody would have got it from this.
Can't you see it?
You need this.
I think most people have
Yeah.
gotten it from that.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright. How many pages are we on here? I think I folded over 2 minutes. No, I didn't. Here we go. Alright. Eddie gets the first points. Come on, TC. I'm pulling for you. Fangirl, here's #2. She doesn't know what this is. I had to tell her before the show, I'll be honest.
9/11 was an inside job.
TC gets the points
Damn it.
for the second time. Whoa. She's good. She's good.
Is that a stealth bomber?
Come on, TC. Come on, TC. Come on, TC.
Oh, this is chemtrails.
Damn it. Eddie stealing 2 points.
That counts as a conspiracy?
Yeah. You don't realize a conspiracy on chemtrails?
I'm sorry, guys. I don't specialize in it the
Wow.
way that you do.
Yeah, a lot of people think that like when you see the chemtrail that lasts all the way and they cross the entire sky with them, that they're obviously... Well, I think the biggest thing people say is like, oh, it's
they're poisoning your mind.
Climate.
Oh,
climate change. They're
yeah.
creating clouds to bounce, this and that back into the...
Cloud seeding.
Okay.
Yeah. But then there's a lot of people, like nowadays online, I keep seeing these people posting that, they're clearly just contrails, like more than ever. They go, there's no such thing as chemtrails, and they try to make us feel like idiots for questioning, but they're not contrails.
No.
You might be.
I don't know. One of us came up with this Pictionary game. Can I hear out of these? I can. All right, #3. This is going to be a good one. Seriously, though, just watch. That's
America runs Al Qaeda.
I can hear it all. Just keep your eye to the sky, TC. I hate to see you being fooled out there.
That would be too bad.
Okay, here we go. I'd love to see how she's going to draw this one out. Can you see this on the air?
Yeah.
How's my board? How's my board positioning? Come on, fangirl.
This is actually the Family Feud theme, not the Pictionary theme.
Huh?
This is
I
the
don't think
Family Feud
Pictionary
theme.
has a theme.
You didn't watch the Robin Thicke Pictionary?
No, I guess
Alan
I didn't.
Thicke. Sorry.
Robin Thicke.
Alan Thicke. I'm sorry.
Robin's Thicke what?
Huh?
I understood that to be exclusively a game played in the home. I apologize if I was not aware.
Oh, Pictionary? Oh
Yeah.
no, they've had several TV versions. This is the newest.
I missed out.
This is the
This
newest,
one.
and you're starring in it.
9/11 was an inside job.
Chemtrails.
I'm sorry, I can't give you guys these points still. I don't know what she's doing. Conspiracy theory, gentlemen.
Oh, I'll let TC have this.
Could it be
one.
vaccines?
No. Don't let me have it. End the.
Could it be?
And the fun?
That's not the word I was going to use.
Oh.
Is
that a book depository at the top there?
You're really good at drawing book depositories.
Oh yeah, okay. I mean.
You mean what?
And now it's obvious.
It's obviously what?
It's the JFK thing.
Wow, he snuck in there. Eddie was just about to say it. Wow.
Were you going to show the exploding head? Yeah.
Who's the idiot now, Eddie?
That's I don't know. I don't know how you immediately see that and go, oh, of course.
All right, TC, you're the sports guy. I'm not telling you this is a sports conspiracy.
Yeah, cut this out. I want to lose to Eddie honorably.
Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Is this whenever the Mavericks got screwed out of that championship?
No secret. No
Is she going to draw a
secret.
picture of Bennett Salvatore?
Hey, somebody wants to know how the fangirl smells.
Heavenly. And like TC's crotch, I'll be honest. Yes, I know what TC's crotch
Oh,
smells
the NBA draft lottery one.
Yay! Well, I'm looking specifically for...
When the Knicks won Patrick Ewing, the cold envelope.
Ah, cold envelope conspiracy. Absolutely. What are we at, 2-2? Gentlemen, this is it.
All tied up.
This is it.
Come on.
Just like America versus Portugal.
This is it. You couldn't script it any better than this. We are down to the last
TC
conspiracy.
with the last second kick in the goal.
He's a sports guy. He knows them all.
Yeah.
You can't get him by him. Last one. Fangirl's laughing. Fangirl, thank you so much for being here. You were beautiful. That's what we're looking at when we see Fangirl.
Moon landing?
Oh.
Ooh, good try.
Yes, yeah.
Good try. I didn't even think of that one. If Eddie gets this right,
Pyramids?
I'm changing it to
I don't know
moon
what
landing. I don't know what she's doing either.
Yeah.
She's not
Curve
following the
wouldn't
script.
make sense in that scenario.
Oh my god, this is intense. This music just makes it so on the edge of my seat. No, I love it. Come on. This is for $10 Whataburger gift card. Which one of you wants taquitos in the morning?
I do. Is that a crown?
You can't ask questions.
Yeah, she
in
can't.
Pictionary.
She can't answer you. Not only is she sworn to secrecy by the Illuminati, but the rules of Pictionary are as such.
That's all you got. That's not springing anything to mind.
Blood diamonds.
Did you say Leonardo DiCaprio? Oh, that's not right.
Chemtrails.
Four-leaf clover. Is this JFK's brain exploding?
I don't really doubt that means something to you, and I am perfectly happy to accept responsibility as me being the one.
You can doubt her.
Responsible for the lack of communication.
She's the one in trouble here, not you.
I think she's just drawing whatever the hell she wants.
I know the answer, and I don't know what she's doing. Well, what did you guess earlier? The moon landing. We're gonna make it the moon landing, and TC wins the game.
What was it?
It was Princess Diana. You both lose by default. I guess. And she was
Can we
drawing.
get an explanation?
She was drawing a crown.
I mean, yeah, no, I understand the crown thing, but
why that's a conspiracy?
What the cloud and the point?
Oh,
of the, what were we thinking there?
It's popcorn.
Will you explain your artwork to us?
The crash and the light, like cameras. And...
Okay, that I'm no longer willing to accept responsibility.
That's a crash. And,
I'm sorry.
And cameras, TC. Obviously.
So is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
TC won up.
TC wins. He wins.
Rigged.
He wins
That
the
does
Whataburger.
seem a little rigged.
He was.
Someone in the chat box had a really good guess for that, by the way.
What?
Hollow Earth.
Ah, these are all good for the next Pictionary game.
There was no mole men in that drawing, unfortunately.
Mole men.
They live in the Earth, right? In the Hollow Earth.
Oh,
I mean,
that's why.
Yeah.
No.
What's the point of
It's
the Hollow
the
Earth if it's not
Eddie,
inhabited?
Eddie, will you present him with his $10 gift certificate with his name already written on it, as if as if I knew he was going to win this? And TC, ignore the fact that I thought your name spelled with 2 M's.
That's okay.
Happy birthday, TC.
I decided to look it up 5 seconds after I wrote it.
That's okay.
And I crossed it out for you. I didn't want to insult you by letting you think I really didn't know.
I learned this weekend that 2 M's means mainland Europe. 1 M means the islands.
Ah.
So you're from the islands.
You're an islander.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
We are from Ireland.
Yeah.
That's an Ireland. That's an island.
That's why you
they
can't
don't
stop smoking
talk
weed.
like Jamaicans there.
So you didn't even tell us how much. Oh, you couldn't tell us, right? Oh, okay, I'll listen. It's just banter this week to hear how much pot you smoked.
That's right. Or if I did it all.
Or if he did it all. He just said that. I'm sorry. You can. Well, TC, we want to thank you for coming in.
No problem.
We're gonna wrap up our episode here, and just tell you that you're the man.
Yes.
You are royalty.
Yes.
We thank you for coming in. You won $10 gift certificate. You're walking out with a cake.
And yeah, cake mix.
You were straddled by Fangirl. You denied us with all sex talk, no blowjobs, but we know you're getting them. I want to know what kind of oral you're giving your girl. I want to see. I imagine like TC down on all fours, like eating her out. It's just a wild scene when I imagine. So if he had only talked to us about it, we really could have drawn the picture better than Fangirl's,
failed attempt.
Picture. And what was it? The car crash. We thank you for that.
Hollow Earth.
That was great.
Fangirl, would you please sign us out? Oh, we got a caller real fast.
Caller, you are on the air.
Hey.
Hey, man.
Hey, I just want to know, TC.
What's up?
TC.
Yes.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Sure.
Fangirl.
Huh?
Over here.
Fangirl. Motorboat.
I'm good now, man. Thanks.
He's good now that he's motorboated her.
But you're on air, man. Do it for the fans.
Why are you offending the fangirl?
In a single situation, I'm sure that would be a very enjoyable time, assuming you're...
Jeremiah got a new picture message.
Hey, well, TC, you're all right with me, man.
Thank you, sir.
What is it?
You're fine with me as well.
Love you.
Love you, too.
Bye-bye.
He might love you. Jesus. He might love you. We are in love with you.
Jeremiah's been sexting during the show.
Can we see some pictures? Pictures or it don't exist.
Yeah, I'm gonna forward it to Jedi. We're gonna put it up. We're gonna put it up after the show. Stay tuned for the after show. That's where TC and his girl. You don't want to know. Just tune in.
Yep.
What happened to that theme? We were on a roll. We were like on our way out.
This is Woo! You've been watching Mind Control.
Why? I don't know.
Yep.
Because
TC was here.
Because TC's the man. We love you. Don't stand up yet. We're not done praising you.
Just putting in my wallet.
We're not worthy. He's paying the fangirl today.
Thanks for TC.
TC's the man. Thank you, TC, so much. And if we haven't scared off fake Jack Kemp, Jake might possibly show up here next week.
My fingers are crossed.
TC, are you going to recommend that he come?
Sure. Yeah. No, I wouldn't want you to miss out on the opportunity of talking to the better one, right?
No.
This is just there to set up, make inroads, so that hopefully one day, like whenever Bob and Dan had on Charlie Day's wife, just so they could talk to Charlie Day. I know I'm Charlie Day's wife.
You have to be kidding me. All I wanted to do was tell you about your move to Florida and my ticket top 10 opportunity. You are the reason why we're here. Like I said, this has all come full circle.
That's nice.
TC, we speak your name. You are an angel. To all of those out there, thank TC at your home tonight. Pray for him.
Tweet him on Facebook.
Pray for
And if
us.
you have any jobs,
And if you have a job,
he's looking for
if
work.
TD is listening,
my God, this guy is dying to get on ABC, NBC, Fox, CBS. Tell him all the channels you want to work for.
yeah, all of them.
Jedi wants to get us the fuck out of here.